one day, everyone in this room will be dead. Some of us will die earlier, and some of us will die later, but eventually, everyone in this room will be dead. These boxes represent the number of months a person my age, 18, has left to live if I live until 80. There are 744 boxes, which is a lot, but still, not as many as you might have thought. Well, I'll spend about a third of this time sleeping, if I sleep 8 hours a day. If I work 40 hours a week for 45 years, I'll spend 128 months working. If, over the course of my adult life, I spend about an hour a day doing chores, I'll lose another 31 months. And if I spend an hour a day driving, as the average American does, I'll lose another 31 months. All of these colored blocks represent things that I am obligated, or at least highly likely to do. Immovable blocks of time that are consumed slowly. This leaves 306 months, or about 25 years left, to have fun. Now, how should I spend that short amount of unoccupied time that I have left? How would you spend it? Take a moment to think about it. I want to spend it with my family and friends, talking and laughing, going on adventures, watching the sunset and dancing in the rain. But it's not really how I have been spending it so far. Instead, I've been swiping and scrolling through life, looking at other people's pictures of the sunset and watching other people dance in the rain. If I continue on the path that I've been on for the last few years, spending several hours of my free time every day looking at screens, I'll lose many more months. I'm not alone in this problem, as the average American spends 7 hours every day on their screens, not including work and homework. The average American teenager spends about 8.5 hours on their screens every day. If kids my age spend 8.5 hours on screens every day for the rest of our lives, we are going to spend 263 months on screens, leaving only 43 months left for the real world. That's only about 3.5 years. With our whole lives stretching out in front of us, we are only allowing ourselves 43 months to have fun and really live. Now, you might say, hey, I don't spend nearly that much of my free time on screens. Well, take a moment now to check your phone and see how much you use it. Really, check now. On an Apple phone, open Settings and tap Screen Time, or on an Android, open Settings and tap Digital Wellbeing. Think for a moment about how much time you spend watching TV or playing video games, and add that to your screen time. Subtract any time you spend doing work on your phone, like writing emails. Was it more than you thought it would be? I calculated my screen time a few weeks ago, and it was definitely more than I had previously realized. Your phone can show you a breakdown of how you spend your screen time as well. My phone showed me that I was particularly addicted to social media, as many teens and young adults are. Okay, I'll put the phones away. Young people are so addicted to our screens because we've grown up in a society where they are so deeply integrated into everyday life. As you can see in this graph from Common Sense Media, screen time has increased by about an hour for teens and 2 hours among, an hour from tweens and 2 hours among teens since 2015. This trend has morphed into what some experts are calling the silent pandemic. Excessive screen usage has been correlated with obesity, inadequate sleep, poor social skills, and, most concerningly, a rise in anxiety and depression. This graph from the CDC shows that teenagers who spent more than 4 hours on screens every day were more than twice as likely to experience symptoms of anxiety and depression as teenagers who spent less than 4 hours per day on screens. This is because screen usage, and social media in particular, can have very negative mental health effects. Social media apps promote a false, edited version of other people's lives and push users to make comparisons between the people they see online and themselves, often leading to jealousy, FOMO, a low sense of self-worth, and even eating disorders. Reducing screen time is possible, however. Instagram is my personal kryptonite, but over the past few weeks, I've started using an app called ScreenZen to limit my screen time. And little by little, it's been helping. I don't want to sound like an ad here, but this app stops me for 20 seconds once every 5 minutes and asks me if I want to continue looking at Instagram. 20 seconds of consideration is almost always enough time for me to think of the many other things that I would rather be doing than watching someone else live their life. Instead of scrolling, I'll walk my dogs, get some exercise, hang out with friends, or just go to sleep. Putting my phone down has seriously improved my quality of life. It still takes a lot of willpower to put my phone down, but this app really helps. There are dozens of apps similar to this one, so if you're addicted to your phone like me, you should consider finding one that works best for you. But don't get me wrong, I don't mean to say that all screen time is bad or that you should throw out your phone. Our phones let us connect with friends and relatives that live far away. Small businesses thrive by marketing their products on Instagram, and social justice movements are often organized on X. There are benefits of screens, definitely. We just need to use them, like everything else in life, in moderation. By putting our phones down and opening our eyes to the real world, we can transform our lives by becoming physically and mentally stronger, making real friendships, seeing our own sunsets, and dancing in our own rainstorms. Thank you.